Mary Lynch from Albany Law School. With me is Nancy Maurer, who's co-chair of our assessment committee, and Christine Chung, Professor Christine Chung, who employs her previous experience as a partner in a private law firm and SEC branch chief to transform and innovate in our business and finance law curriculum. Last year, when we were here, we talked to you about how a very inclusive strategic planning process led to a fairly painless adoption of student learning outcomes. This year, our presentation is focused on specific competencies, development of that within specific domain career pathways. Note, just as we developed our institutional outcomes, in tandem with our strategic plan, we are also developing specific domain competencies along with our strategic plan. All right, update on our outcomes. We now have two sets of outcomes, regulatory and sort of aspirational or internal outcomes. Why? First, because the ABA is telling deans and others, reduce the amount of your outcomes in order for the assessment process. And two, in New York State, the Court of Appeals, our highest court, did a skills requirement linked to public outcomes, and we have to certify students. All right, back to our particular domain outlets. We have 6 opportunity pathways at Albany Law School, and they are designed to take a student from day one through the academic program to really the rest of their career. So this year, under our strategic plan, our goal is to identify specific student learning outcomes for every one of those opportunity pathways, and we set ourselves some tasks as a faculty assessment committee, which you can see up here.
Okay. Now, to tap into community and alumni expertise, we set up focus groups. There were 2 to 3 groups for each opportunity pathway, 15 in all. Some were held in New York City and some were upstate in Albany. And in this way, we captured some regional and big city, small city differences. We asked our focus groups about the knowledge, skills, values, and other characteristics that our students need for success in their chosen career path, and what we can do to help our students be successful. And we found that our alums were very enthusiastic about participating in meeting with faculty and connecting with the Career Center and connecting again with each other. So here's an example of the handout from our public interest pathway group. It introduces the participants to the context, what we hope to learn from everybody, and it provides a list of questions that are guides for the discussion. And it made it easy for us to facilitate. There are 2 other things that we did to make our focus groups more effective. One, we tapped into faculty expertise for hosting some of the groups in their fields, and this helped with faculty buy-in. We also gathered information that's specific to our students, where they're looking for jobs and where they're finding jobs. And thinking about our focus groups, we were mindful of the enormous changes that are taking place in the legal market. And our goal was to focus both on what students' first jobs might be and also to look ahead toward their future careers after they graduated. We received a lot of helpful feedback that we just reported back to faculty this week. For example, we identified some skills to carry across the curriculum that were carried across all of the pathways, and we identified some gaps in our curriculum, including in our pathways.
So using our business, tax, and financial markets pathway as an example, this is an intentionally broad pathway. It includes students who may want to pursue corporate and securities law at a large New York City law firm. It also includes students who might want to pursue a trust and estates practice in a small upstate town or village. Career goals include practice, private practice, firms, business, and government. We had several hypotheses going in. We wondered whether we needed to enhance our course offerings, we wondered whether we needed to enhance our student advising program, and we particularly wondered whether and how we needed to enhance our opportunities for experiential learning. So we gained several insights from our focus groups. For example, our focus group participants told us that clients hate it when the lawyer doesn't understand the client's business. This ties back to the Foundation's report, where more than 70% of respondents identified lawyer understanding the business as a key skill that needed to happen right away. We also gathered insights from faculty, and faculty identified gaps in our curriculum, opportunities for growth. We identified sequencing as a key factor for this pathway, so moving from entry level to capstone experience. We also identified challenges and opportunities for our plan reforms. We also looked at national data. So these are some charts from a Harvard study that identified skills and other information that beginning lawyers need. So again, teamwork is identified as a critical skill. That too ties back to the Foundation's report, where more than 70% identified teamwork as a key skill for new lawyers. So our conclusions. We did in fact need to enhance our educational opportunities around business, tax, finance, accounting, and financial markets. We did need to enhance our experiential opportunities in a transactional space in particular. And we did need to enhance our student advising program to help students navigate. So we've implemented several enhancements to our existing opportunities. We added and highlighted content in existing courses to focus on this area. We provided more and different writing opportunities, for example, drafting, client letters, and we also enhanced our advising program. Two of our key objectives, our two initiatives, we have a new hybrid course that I'm developing now that will link a classroom component focused on transactional and business practice with a placement with an experienced lawyer in business firms and government. We were also launching a new community development clinic in-house that will focus on the not-for-profit space and transactional work.
Thank you.
Thank you.